What is going on, you guys? It's your girl Diana, back at you with another YouTube video. Today's video is going to be more of a warning or PSA for my Pokemon Go players that were interested in trying out Niantic's new game, Peridot. So let's go ahead and hop into the details. So a couple of days ago on May 9th, Niantic launched their newest game, Peridot, which has a lot of very similar features to Pokemon Go. You hatch an egg, and that egg then becomes your buddy, and you take care of them, you feed them, you play with them, and you bond with them. It's kind of like a Tamagotchi in that sense, with a mix of Pokemon Go. But naturally, since there is a lot of similarities between this game and Pokemon Go, a lot of Pokemon Go players were excited to try it out, and maybe play a fresh new game, considering the current state of Pokemon Go. But as with any game, some people are going to love it, and some people are really not gonna vibe with it. And that is where all of the issues have been arising. Because it seems that some of those players that were not really enjoying the game and wanted to delete their accounts also inadvertently ended up deleting their Pokemon Go accounts. Since according to PokemonGoHub.net, Pokemon Go account deletion is linked to Peridot account deletion. So according to the article, it says in a recent tweet by this user here, they reported recently attempting to delete their Peridot account only to find out that their Pokemon Go account was deleted as well. The user stated that after requesting to delete their Peridot account with the Peridot app, they were no longer able to log into Pokemon Go, and they were met with the following message. And this is a screenshot that the user actually uploaded themselves. And the screenshot reads, "Unable to sign in. Please check that this Pokemon Go account exists and you have correctly selected new or returning player." They then go on to say that the Twitter user has since had their Pokemon Go account restored after reaching out to Niantic Help, which is good. At least they got their account back, but it looks like them deleting their Peridot app also deleted their Pokemon Go app, and Niantic had to manually bring back their Pokemon Go account for them. They then go on to clarify why this is actually happening. So it says here, it currently seems that if you have an account on any of Niantic's games, your accounts are connected under the same umbrella. This is why adding friends in one game will also add them to all Niantic games that you play. This doesn't seem to be the best method of account handling on Niantic's part, but we hope that this will soon be resolved. At the time of writing, this is currently the only report of this occurring, which we'll get into that in a second. But they finish off by saying, please be aware of this current issue when considering account deletion across any of Niantic's applications until we receive further information. We would advise against deleting your account with any of the Niantic games, and if you no longer wish to play a game, uninstall the app rather than delete your account. So basically the big main issue here is that all Niantic accounts are connected. So if you try to delete one on any of the apps, it's going to delete all of your accounts across all of their games. So if you wanted to try out Peridot and maybe it wasn't your favorite and you're like, oh, let me just delete my account instead of just deleting the app off of your phone, then it's also going to delete your Pokemon Go account because they are linked together basically. So if you're not enjoying the new game, the best thing for you to do is to simply just log out of the game and just delete the app off of your phone, but do not delete your account. Otherwise, you run the risk of deleting all of your other accounts across any other Niantic games that you play, including Pokemon Go, which I'm sure that would be a huge hit to a lot of people that have poured a lot of time and effort into their Pokemon Go accounts. However, according to Pokemon Go Hub, they actually got in touch with Niantic, and it says that it seems that this has been misinformation shared online and that there's an investigation that's ongoing and that they're going to amend the article as they get more information. However, people are calling out Niantic on this statement. Because like this user here is saying, from the looks of the users who have had the problem, some of their accounts have been reactivated. It seems silly to claim that it doesn't exist at all when there's literally a paper trail of it being a real thing. Too late to avoid bad press, Niantic, isn't it? Let's not lie. And this person also says the same thing, just more concisely, by saying, except there was a whole thread on Twitter yesterday from a person this actually happened to. So it seems like this was not an isolated event, nor was it misinformation, because people were actually having to get their accounts reactivated after deleting their Peridot accounts. So basically people are saying that Niantic is trying to cover up their tracks and like backpedal, but Twitter came through with the receipts. This user here actually tweeted out the actual email that they sent, and they said, on the email they sent me, it didn't mention anything about deleting my Pokemon Go account as well. They just mentioned my Peridot account, but they deleted both. I've been playing since the beginning. It's not fair for us. So this is like an actual thing that's happening, which is why I'm telling you guys, if you don't like the game, just delete it off of your phone. Don't delete your actual account because all of the accounts are linked and you run the risk of losing all of your hard work in Pokemon Go. Because as this person says, how can this be misinformation when there are multiple reports of this issue with receipts? So it does kind of sound like they are trying to cover up their tracks and cover up this kind of big hiccup that they're having, since like the article said, this kind of seems like a bad way to manage accounts. Because me personally, I would never assume that my account in a completely separate game would be connected to another game just because they're owned by the same company. And I know like some people are saying like this is a thing across like a lot of games, but I feel like it's just not something that really comes to the forefront of your mind with like a mobile app. So I can definitely see why people are running into this issue. There are people asking if that means that Niantic is going to help other people who have experienced this issue get their accounts back, which most of the people that have reached out to them have been able to get their accounts back. Some people it looks like are still waiting, but it does look like for the most part, if you are able to get in touch with Niantic, they will at least try to help you to get your Pokemon Go account back. But there you have it. That has been your PSA and warning that if you did want to try out Peridot and you didn't end up enjoying it like you thought you would, just delete the app off of your phone. Do not delete your account so that you don't have to deal with having to reach out to Niantic to have your Pokemon Go account restored. Just save yourself some trouble. But that's gonna go ahead and wrap it up for today's video. Hopefully you guys found this video helpful, and if you did, I kindly suggest that you consider subscribing so that I continue to make content for you guys. And if you are already subscribed and you would like another way to support the channel, feel free to check out the merch store. There is a link down below in the description that takes you to not only my merch store, but also all of my other socials so you can keep up with what I'm doing on a daily basis. But thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you to those of you who have joined the channel as members. I appreciate you all so much. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.